Hello, everyone. I'm Ben Burkhart. I'm a financial planner with the Financial Advisor Group. And today we have a very exciting topic. It's basically the 2025 updated numbers from the IRS and Social Security Office. So we'll cover tax brackets, contribution rates, Medicare premiums, those sorts of things. So first, the contribution rates for everyone in accumulation mode. Most people are going to fall into the 401k, 403b camp. So this year, 2024, your max contribution is $23,000. This is going up $500 for next year to $23,500. And for anyone 50 or older, you have this catch-up contribution, which is an additional $7,500. That is staying the same. So $23,500 plus $7,500, you have a max contribution of $31,000 if you are 50 or older. Something new is the new catch-up for people age 60, 61, 62, and 63. Instead of $7,500, you have an additional $11,250 that you can contribute. So that combined with your standard contribution can get you a total of $34,750. So a lot that you can stash away into the 401k and 403b. Also, for our traditional and Roth IRA contributions, those are staying the same. It's still $7,000 a year that you can put into those, and then if you're 50 or older, it's an additional $1,000 that you can put in. So no change. And then slight changes for the HSA, FSA. It just goes up a tiny bit. HSA for the families up to $8,550 now. And into tax brackets, something that affects everyone. So first we have the standard deduction on our left. If you're unfamiliar, standard deduction, to put it very simply, is the amount of income that you can generate until it goes into the taxable realm, which all the tax brackets are on the right that I'll go over. But if you're single, your standard deduction is $15,000, and if you're married filing jointly, that is up to $30,000. So the first year that I've seen it, a nice even number like that. And then if you're 65, over 65, or blind, there's also that additional amount on top of the standard deduction. Over to the right, we have our updated 2025 tax brackets. The tax bracket structure does not change. So we still have that 10 all the way up to the 37%. That is unchanged. But the dollar amounts for each bracket change every year. They usually go up generally around inflation numbers. Most people will be probably under the 22%. 22% if you're married filing jointly goes all the way up to $201,050. Into Medicare. So Medicare, our Part B, that's our standard medical insurance. Everyone's probably familiar, if you're paying Medicare, that last year was $174.70. So that amount is going up by $10.30 to a nice even $185 per month. The annual deductible, the amount that you essentially pay before insurance kicks in, is increasing by $44, or a total amount of $257. And also, if you're a high earner in retirement, which really only affects 8% of the retired population, so a pretty small number of people, there's this thing called IRMA. You've probably heard us mention IRMA before. I think we actually have a in-depth video on IRMA. But IRMA is the it's a surcharge that if you make over a certain amount of money, your Part B and Part D go up. So it's kind of like a penalty for making too much money. So if you fall into these brackets, so the first bracket, if you're married filing jointly, if you make over $212,000, you will have an additional $74 on top of the $185. And likely, if you make over this amount, we're probably talking to you about IRMA and trying to find ways to lower the income for the following year, so this doesn't affect you. And for estate and Social Security, the big thing is our annual exclusion for gifting. The annual exclusion is the amount that you can basically gift to someone without having to file paperwork, without having to tell the IRS what you're doing. You can write a check to someone and no one really knows about it. So for this year, or sorry, for next year, it will go up to $19,000, so an increase of $1,000. And that's also the amount that you can give to one person. So let's say you're a couple and you want to give to a grandchild. You can both do that $19,000. So a total of $38,000 total that you could give to anyone as a couple. Also, Social Security, the benefits are again increasing. This year it's by 2.5%. And that generally tracks our annual inflation rate. But to put it in dollar terms, the average benefit in 2024 is $1,907, and that inflating by 2.5% will be going up to about $1,955. So even though your Medicare Part B is increasing, you are more than making up for it by the amount that your Social Security benefit is increasing. So that is all we have for today. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Feel free, if you have any questions, either shoot us an email, call us, or just drop a comment in the YouTube video. But again, hopefully it was helpful, and take care.